me falling right back.
So today we're going to talk about, I know some people, and this might be you watching it, that you get aquarium fertilizer because you have a planted tank and you might be a beginner, or you're just starting to do live plants now, and you go and you hear that you need fertilizer for your plants, and you go out and buy some, and you start dosing it and you realize you're having algae issues. So today that's what I'm going to kind of talk about, and this is mainly going to apply to just low tech tanks, meaning no CO2, because I'll tell you, you'll see why because it's only really going to apply to low techs and why this is going to happen. Because if you have a high tech, more than likely you won't have this issue at all. So the reason I'm making this video is because I kind of have a great example of it in this tank, and I had it controlled. It's just it's been like this for maybe 3-4 months now, but it's kind of whatever now. I have it all killed off, but it's just, I thought I could kind of explain, because I know probably if it's happened to me, it's probably happened to other people too. So why not explain and help other people before it gets worse? So when you dose fertilizer, everything about plant tanks is about balance, and there's 3 things you need, and that's the plants are CO2, fertilizer, and light. Those are the 3 main things, and if one of those is off balance, even if it's, I want to just say a little bit, I mean, you have to, one of them has to be off balance quite a bit, but if one gets unbalanced, then it throws everything off, and then you have issues. Now, obviously, as you know, low tech tanks mean no CO2, so most people won't have CO2 running, which you could still have a planted tank. It's just there's ways to control it, and I think that's what people don't realize until they dose it and then start getting algae issues. And so those 3 main things, if you have any of those 3 things unbalanced, there's multiple things that can happen, but one of the main things is algae. So example, say you have no CO2, but you're no fertilizer, but you have, okay, let's say this, no fertilizer, no CO2, but you have light, but you're getting algae issues. That means your light's on way too long, and it's causing algae issues. So let's say you're dosing just fertilizer and you have a light. Well, let's say you're dosing the recommended dosage that it says on the package, and you're doing full dose for the amount of water you have in your tank. Well, if you're doing that and you don't have CO2, well, you don't have that CO2, because you can't dose a full amount of fertilizer if you don't have one of the 3 main things that require a planted tank. So if you don't have CO2, then you shouldn't be dosing a lot of fertilizer, because it's just throwing everything off balance. So the way to do it, because you still need fertilizer, there's no doubt about that, you can get away with it, but your plants still need some type of food. And so I'll kind of show you guys what I do, and I have a whole video on how to dose aquarium fertilizer, so if you guys want to see that, I'll actually probably put it in the description for you guys. But for example, I have this all-in-one aquarium coffee. You guys probably seen this a lot, but this is more than likely what a beginner would use, an all-in-one. I'm gonna switch to a totally different type of fertilizer and setup, but for example, more than likely you're gonna use an all-in-one at first. And so let's see. So this is 1 pump per 10 gallons. Okay, this is a 20-gallon tank. Now, one thing you gotta factor in is you have rocks and plants, and that's taking up volume. So even if it's a 20-gallon tank, it technically isn't. So there's really probably about 15 gallons in this tank, actually. So just something to think about. But so let's say, either way, let's just say I do 2 pumps, because that's what my tank requires. That's a full amount. So if you had a CO2 setup, then you'd want to dose those full pumps, because then it'd keep everything balanced. You have the full fertilizer, you have the full CO2 going, you have, the 8 hours, 10 hours of light, whatever. Everything's perfectly balanced. But if you're not running CO2, what's going to happen is you're going to dose a lot of fertilizer, and you don't have the CO2 to kind of accommodate that. So if you're gonna keep doing fertilizer, this is what I say: only dose. Honestly, I would say go half, and if it's still not doing, go even less. Like usually, I'll just do 1 squirt and that's it. Even sometimes I'll go like half a squirt, and that's like every week. Or you can. I would say do this. Like what I do is, if I'm dosing every week, I only do half a pump. If I'm dosing every 2 weeks, then I'll do 1 full pump. Every 2 weeks. So it's just whatever you want to do. If you're kind of lazy, and you'll kind of forget about it if you're doing it every 2 weeks, and yeah, just go ahead and do a full pump. But if you remember to do it every week, do just a little half pump. And trust me, it doesn't seem like it's a lot of fertilizer, but trust me, you'll look at your plants, it's still a big difference dosing fertilizer. It's just in a low tech tank, it's just hard for everything not to get unbalanced, or to keep everything balanced when you don't have CO2. And that's kind of the sucky thing about a low tech, is you definitely have to watch it more on everything you do. But you can definitely do it. I mean, I was gonna make this tank a high tech, but what do most people think? Your tank only looks good because you have CO2. Well, I think basically I just did CO2, and I didn't do CO2 in this tank because I just want to show people that you can still have a great plant tank without CO2. As you can see, I mean, it looks just fine. It looks probably just as good as if it had CO2. So, but CO2, I mean, it just makes everything grow a lot faster and lushes. But at the end of the day, I mean, look what I've created without CO2. It's not that hard, but it will help. So I would say if you're doing low tech, definitely don't dose as much. Don't dose the full thing that it tells you to. Definitely go half or even less. Just kind of watch your tank. If you need to fix your algae, one good one I've used for years, API Algae Fix. It doesn't take away algae. There's other stuff that will kill algae. I just don't have any. I don't have any examples here, but that will reduce algae. And also, actually, if you have a low tech tank, one last thing. If you have a low tech tank without CO2 with Flourish Excel, it does say it's a carbon source, which means CO2. This is not a liquid CO2, so don't buy it for that reason. But it will supply. It's basically an algae reducer. So if you dose this every week with your water changes, you will have no problems with algae ever. And that's why I ended up getting algae, because I kind of stopped dosing that, and everything just kind of, like we said, unbalanced. And so then algae started breaking out. So you can see kind of, we got some green. It's all died off now. It just kind of stained the rocks. No matter how much you scrub it, it's not coming off unless you go and power wash it, but that's about the only way. So, but yeah, I probably talked a little fast, so if you have questions on an issue of your plant tank, it can really be anything related, not just the fertilizer, but definitely let me know down below. But so that was just a quick thing about why you might be getting algae if you think you're getting algae from your fertilizer. But other than that, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next